I see a lot of people making the same mistakes when it comes to fitness and nutrition. They get into the gym for maybe 1 or 2 hours a day and they absolutely nail their training, but as soon as they step foot outside of that gym, it's down to nutrition. And in today's day and age, through social media and all these fad diets, nutrition is something that a lot of us are lacking at the moment, and it's not too great. And when it comes to building a better physique or just living a healthier lifestyle, yes, getting into the gym and weightlifting and training is important, but that takes up a small portion of your day, and the rest of it comes down to what you are putting into your body. If you're putting in crap and just processed and junk food, you're going to get crap results. So through personal trial and error and something that I've just noticed being in the gym so much, I've put together a list of the most 5 common dietary mistakes that I see a lot and I have done myself. So let's get into it. Starting it off with common mistake number 1, and that's you are unaware of what you're actually putting into your body. If you were to track or write down everything you consumed within a week, and this includes food, drinks, pretty much anything you put into your mouth, I bet for the majority of you out there, about 60 to 80% of your diets are made up of some kind of processed foods, like breaded chicken, chicken nuggets, pizzas, frozen chips, frozen potatoes, tinned veg. Pretty much anything that isn't whole foods or fresh is going to be processed or bad for you. And the issue with these foods is they are very dense in calories for such small serving sizes. I was in my local Tesco's the other day and I stumbled across some of these foods in the frozen sections, so I decided to pick them up, have a look at the nutrition labels, see the calories, the portion sizes, and it's astounding how many calories people are consuming without even realising it. I mean, chicken nuggets for example, everyone loves chicken nuggets. But for a serving of chicken nuggets, which is only like 5 of them, it's 170 calories. And you may have more than 1 or 2 servings per meal. Couple this with 2 servings of frozen chips, a tin of peas. Right here you think you have a healthy meal, and why wouldn't you? I mean, you've got your protein source, you've got your carb sources, you've got your 5-a-day serving of veg. But what you've actually got is a meal that contains 850 calories plus, mainly consisting of carbs and fats. And for those of you out there that are thinking, 850 calories, that's not too bad, I'm allowed 2,000 a day. This is for one meal, not to mention the snacks, the other meals you have, your breakfast, your lunch, your desserts. Coupling this meal on top of them, following the same bad habits in each meal, you're going to be well over 2,500, maybe even 3,000 calories a day, and you don't even know it. And even if you do manage to stick within your calories for that day, your diet, your daily diet has been made up of 80% processed foods and trans fats and processed carbs and simple sugars, and only 20% actual protein. And that's not even touching upon the health risks that a diet like this can have. But it's not all doom and gloom. If you do want to live a healthier lifestyle or just get a better physique in general, just switching out most of these processed foods for wholemeal foods, fresh chicken, fresh vegetables, will drastically lower the amount of calories you're consuming per day. And at the end of the day, to get a better physique, you just need to be in a caloric deficit. Sliding into common mistake number 2, and that's you're following a diet plan that's not right for you. Taking tips, advice, and recipe ideas off your favorite Instagrammers or YouTubers is fantastic. If that helps you maintain and live a healthier lifestyle, that's awesome, keep at it. But I believe that's where it should stop. When it comes to creating or starting to follow a diet plan, there's a few key factors we need to take into consideration. For example, your lifestyle, your activity level, your food availability, and your jobs. Are you someone that works from home, or do you work a 9-to-5 job? If you have 2 people like this following the exact same diet plan that has you eating 5 to 6 small meals per day, who do you think is going to benefit from this diet plan a lot more? It's a lot more realistic for the individual that works at home to fit in 5 to 6 meals a day. But if you are working a 9-to-5 job, you'll have to take Tupperware containers with you, find a place to store them at work, find time to eat these meals per day. So it's instances like this where following a generic diet plan or following a diet plan of someone you see on YouTube or Instagram isn't ideal, because their lifestyle is completely different to yours. Everything has to be down to an individual level, down to you, and this is where you need to tailor diet plans or meal plans to your specific needs. Another example, someone here on YouTube that's big in the fitness industry, Christian Guzman. He's about 6 foot, and when he started his last contest prep, he weighed about 190 pounds. his cutting calories, his calories that he needed to hit per day to lose weight were about 2,250 to 2,500 calories. I'm 5'4", 5'3.5" maybe. I weigh 150 pounds. If I were to have that many calories per day, I would gain weight. And if I was looking to gain some muscle, that would be fantastic. But if I'm following his specific diet plan for the exact same reason, to lose weight and shed some body fat, it's not going to work. This is where you need to take it into your own hands and figure out your own calorie expenditure and consumption per day. And creating a diet plan isn't anything magical. Just find your maintenance calories that you can do through countless YouTube videos and just Google searches. Take away 250 or plus 250 calories whether you want to diet or gain some muscle, and then download a calorie counting app or just count calories in your head and hit these numbers, and that's it. It is that simple. There's nothing special, there's no certain diet, there's no certain diet plan that you need to follow. So do your research, watch some YouTube videos, go on some Google searches, and just get the information and tailor that and implement that into your own lifestyle. Taking us on to common mistake number 3, eating less calories will result in greater fat burn. Now yes, it is true. Eating less calories than your maintenance and putting yourself into a caloric deficit will burn fat, but a big misconception people have nowadays is to look like these fitness models you see on Instagram and YouTube. You need to go on extremely low calorie diets. And I'm not talking about the people that are lowering their calories by maybe 5, 6 or even 700 below their maintenance. I'm talking about the people that are in a deficit of 1,000 plus calories, or even in some cases eating less than 1,000 calories a day. If this applies to you and you're following a diet like this, you need to stop. Not only are you depriving yourself of food, but you're also not allowing your body to get in the vital nutrients that it needs, and this can cause some serious health issues. Fatigue, loss of lean muscle mass, gallstones, heart problems, the list could go on. A diet like this is not maintainable and it's not healthy, and it will never in a million years get you the body you want or looking like your favourite celebrity or whoever you're trying to look like. And when I first started my fitness journey, I was in the exact same mindset. All I wanted to do was to have a six-pack. To do this, I thought I needed to do hundreds of crunches per day and eat extremely low calories, because less calories will result in a greater fat loss. But that's not how it works. Fat loss is not something you can rush or speed up through a low-calorie diet. This requires getting your ass into the gym, making healthier choices when it comes to your diet, consuming a balanced breakdown of your 3 macronutrients, these being protein, carbs and fats, and being consistent with all of the above. This needs to be a lifestyle change, not something you do for 12 to 16 weeks and then go back to eating the crap you were eating before and ending up in the same position, if not worse than you were before. If I had to recommend you guys taking any supplements, it would only consist of 4, that being a pre-workout, protein powder, BCAAs and creatine. Guys, supplements are that and that alone. They are to be supplemented alongside an already established healthy diet. They are in no way, shape or form replacements for a bad diet. If you are consuming crap on a day-to-day basis, having one tiny fat loss pill is not going to help you shed the 2 McDonald's Big Mac burgers or the Dunkin' Donuts that you just had. People often think supplements are the key to a better physique, they're the key to getting a six-pack or getting shredded or losing weight. But the ingredients for 90% of the products that are on the market nowadays can either be found in foods or they are naturally occurring substances that are produced in your body. Protein powder alone is not going to help you build muscle, and a diet pill is not going to help you shed body fat. If you want to find out more about supplements, like how and when to implement them into your lifestyle, I'm going to put another link in the description. Go check it out and I hope it helps. And bringing us on to our 5th and final common mistake when it comes to nutrition, you're avoiding carbs. This is one that I hear a lot. No eating carbs past 6 o'clock, or going on low carb diets will burn more fat or help you lose weight quicker, or is a healthier diet for you. Yeah, it kind of can be. If you're planning to lose weight, restricting your carbohydrates is going to lower your overall caloric intake, which will put you into a caloric deficit, which is how fat is burned. But you can do this with lowering your fat or your protein intake as well. At the end of the day, It's not about when you consume food or what types of food you are consuming, it's about overall caloric intake. Something I preach a lot on this channel and something I've gone over in too many videos is overall caloric intake. If you are exceeding your calories, you will gain weight. If you are below your calories, you will lose weight. How you get there is completely down to you. You can follow different types of diets that have you on low carb, low fat, high protein diets. But at the end of the day, they all put you into one very important thing, and that is a caloric deficit. Now with carbohydrates specifically, when I'm dieting, I like to keep them high. They are the highest macronutrient that I consume throughout a day, mainly for the sheer fact that carbohydrates at their basic form are just glucose. And out of these, our body can extract something that is called glycogen that our muscles use for energy. For every 1 gram of glycogen that our body absorbs, it bonds to 3 to 5 grams of water. And our muscles being made up of 78% water, they'll just suck it up. And in turn, you can expend more energy in the gym. You can lift heavier, you can lift longer. And if your performance is better and you are lifting heavier and you're lifting longer, you're expending more calories. These are subjective to everyone. If you want to go on a low carb diet, that's completely fine, but don't think that carbohydrates are the enemy and they are the only thing that makes you gain fat. Thanks for hanging out today, guys, and taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully you've taken some of these tips on board and you can start to apply them to your own lifestyle and make better improvements and start being on the track to getting the physique you want or just living a healthier lifestyle. And as always, subscribe, give it a like if any of this information helped you, and click that bell button down below so you get notifications whenever I release a new video. And I will see you next time.